Hi, Gemma here from FitBody Formula, and in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at how our health, weight and our fitness can help affect how we handle the COVID-19 pandemic and give you 8 tips on how to boost your immune system. Well, nearly a year on, and unfortunately it's still here. And for now, it doesn't look like COVID is going anywhere in a hurry. So today I want to revisit some ways in which we can optimise our immunity through our nutrition and fitness, and also look at the effect our weight can have on our reactions to COVID-19. Now, hand washing, social distancing and wearing a mask are definitely some of the ways we're being told to protect ourselves and others. But let's not forget the other simple things we can do to help keep ourselves safe, like eating healthily, exercising, and we can watch our weight too. I mean, maintaining a healthy weight and daily exercise can impact chronic medical diseases like heart disease, cancer, joint disease and depression. And the basics of maintaining optimal health remain the cornerstone even during a pandemic. You see, since the pandemic began, dozens of studies have reported that many of the sickest COVID-19 patients have been people with obesity, and revisions were issued by the Centre for Disease Control on the 6th of October to reflect recent data supporting increased risk of severe illness from the virus that causes COVID-19 among adults with the virus who have obesity, who are overweight, or who smoke or have a history of smoking. And it appears that the more obese you are, the higher the risk of a more severe case of COVID-19, and it also makes it more difficult to recover too. In fact, obesity is the #1 risk factor for developing a severe case of COVID in people under the age of 55. So it's super important to make sure we all look after ourselves. But how can we help boost our immune system to give us all the best possible protection? Up next are 8 tips on boosting our immunity by practicing immune supporting habits. But before that, if you're getting value from the video so far, let me know by hitting the like button and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Okay, so let's start by looking at some simple strategies that we can all do to help boost our immunity during this pandemic. I put a link in the description below to a free infographic that goes through the 8 tips I'm going to go through, and if you have any questions at all, just pop them in the comment section. Okay, let's get started. Tip number 1 is to focus on whole foods and key nutrients to avoid nutrient deficiencies. So make sure that you're eating plenty of whole foods like vegetables and fruits, whole grains, beans, proteins and healthy fats. It's also a good idea to batch cook and freeze meals so you always have nutritious healthy food available to eat. Tip number 2 is to achieve and maintain a healthy body fat level. As I mentioned earlier in the video, research shows that people who are obese or overweight can suffer a more severe case of COVID-19. So now more than ever, it is so important to keep our body fat levels healthy. I mean, why not try our ProCoach Nutrition hand portion method to keep an easy eye on portion sizes and help them create a balanced meal? To do that, you want to start with 1 to 2 palms of protein per meal, and then it's 1 to 2 fistfuls of vegetables, 2 cupped handfuls of carbohydrates, and finally 1 to 2 thumbs of healthy fats. Tip number 3 is all about supporting a healthy gut, and to do this, eat foods with pre and probiotics like bananas, yogurts and sauerkraut. You see, these foods can help us boost our good gut bacteria, and this is a great way to help boost our body's immunity. Tip number 4 is to keep moving. Exercise has long-term health protective effects and is a great way to reduce stress and enhance your immunity. And according to a recent study from researchers at the University of Bath, keeping up regular daily exercise at a time when much of the world is going into isolation will play an important role in helping you to maintain a healthy immune system. Dr. John Campbell, co-author of the paper, says that regular moderate intensity aerobic exercise, such as walking or running or cycling, is recommended with the aim of actually achieving 150 minutes per week. Now, longer, more vigorous exercise would not be harmful, but if capacity to exercise is restricted due to a health condition or disability, the message is to move more and that something is better than nothing. And don't forget resistance training. That has clear benefits for maintaining muscles, which also helps movement. So make sure that you're armed with a solid workout routine that you can do anywhere, whether you're at home or outdoors. Tip number 5 is to moderate your alcohol intake. Now, it's not clear how alcohol affects your immunity, but there is plenty of evidence that suggests that heavy drinking jeopardizes health, so keep your alcohol intake light to moderate. Another important factor, and tip number 6, is to get enough sleep. Aim to get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each night. Now, I appreciate that this is not always easy for all of us, so try turning off electrics maybe 30 minutes before bed and start yourself winding down. Hey, for me, I find reading is a great way to start relaxing, but you can try things like relaxing music or even meditation. And sticking to a reasonable bedtime is another great way, and that does usually mean before 12 a.m, I'm afraid. And another thing you should always try doing is making your room as dark as possible and keeping your sleeping area clean and clear as well, because all of these ways will help promote a better night's sleep. Now, tip number 7 is all about balancing your stress load. As hard as this one is to do, try to eliminate the stress in your life. Now, if that's completely unrealistic for you, try to find a middle ground. Maybe prioritise some downtime and parasympathetic activity like meditation or taking a long walk or ringing up a friend and having a laugh with them. And finally, tip number 8, remember the hygiene fundamentals that we spoke about at the beginning. You know, washing your hands, thoroughly disinfecting frequently used objects and surfaces, practicing food safety at all times, and of course socially distancing. Hey, as I said, I've attached a link to a free download that outlines these tips in more detail, and if you have any questions at all, just pop them in the comment section and I'll get right back to you. I hope you enjoyed the video. Stay safe, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel and ring the bell, and I look forward to hanging out with you again real soon.